What we're going to look at in this video here today is how to
That's
hoist,
it, beautiful,
jibe,
sheet
and
10.
drop our asymmetric spinnaker.
Well done,
So if you follow from our
boys.
previous video, we looked at how to rig an asymmetric spinnaker, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll have an idea of how to hoist,
And
jibe,
drop
and
it.
drop it. First of all, I'm just going to look at some of the useful parts we've got here which we're going to need to know about. So here I've got my spinnaker sheet. I've then got my spinnaker halyard and retrieval line. This is a continuous system. So on the one side I'm pointing to here, that's the halyard, that's the side we're going to use to pull the spinnaker up. And on the other side is the retrieval line, and that's the side we're going to pull on to recover the spinnaker as we drop it. Finally, we've also got our jib sheets here. And what's important is we keep all these lines tidy as we move through the next few steps. So the first step we're going to look at is the spinnaker hoist. We're actually going to pull that spinnaker up out of the launch chute and get it flying. When we hoist our spinnaker, we want to be on a training run. So as in this picture here, the boat's come along, and when it gets set free, it's bared away onto that training run, so the jib is being blanketed by the mainsail. And what that means is that when we do hoist that spinnaker, the spinnaker is also shafted by the mainsail, and that will help us control the power initially. As we come along here, I'm in that crewing position now, so I'm going to move into the centre of the boat, and it's just going to be a few quick arm pulls to get that spinnaker up nice and quickly. And as soon as it's up, I've sheeted in. What I've got here is a slightly closer up view of what I'm doing as I hoist the spinnaker as the crew. So you see here, I've taken that trib line, and it's really several quick pulls to get it up there, and I've kept that boat tidy, allowing me to put it up as quickly as possible. And so the next step we're going to move on to now is the jibe. And as we can see in this little clip here, the jibe is a nice progressive turn, taking a wide angle, and we're looking to float that spinnaker across. So as we look in this picture here, you can see how we're bearing away onto a training run. And then what we're doing is we're jibing training run to training run before we then head up a little bit more to check our direction. So very progressive, wide arc in the turn. And so with that, the first thing I want to look at is our rudder. So as we can see here, with the rudder, it's a very gentle movement. This is about all I would normally look to move my rudder as I jibe. So what we can look at in this next section is the actual sail control while we're jibing. So here we are, we're starting to bear away into the jibe, the boat's turning gradually, and what we're looking to do is keep that sail flying as long as possible, and then as it swaps sides, we're sheeting in nice and quickly on that new side so that we get it flying as soon as possible. And there, once we've got it flying, we're straightening up. So we'll look at that little clip again. So here we are. We're starting that bear away, remembering that very gentle rudder movement. Boat's going to start turning. We're sheeting out with the old side to keep it flying, old sheeters keep it flying as long as possible, and then sheeting in hard on that new side as the spinnaker wants to swap sides. And as soon as it's flying, we're straightening up on that new training run. And our third skill we're going to look at now is that spinnaker drop. So we can see here again, boat's coming along. We've bared away onto that training run so we can blanket the spinnaker, and then what we can do is drop it, we can recover it back into the boat and then carry on to wherever we want to go. So here, I'm in the crewing position again. I'm going to narrow on that train and move into the centre of the boat. What I'm doing here is I'm first of all pulling in any slack on that retrieval line so that as soon as I release the halyard cleat, the spinnaker drops and I can pull it in nice and quickly. Looking again here, we've just got a little bit of a close-up here, so I've moved into the boat. Again, I've pulled in some slack as well on the spinnaker sheet here. I've pulled in all the slack on that retrieval line now, so if you reach in, release that halyard and bang, spinnaker is down as quickly as possible so it can't drag in the water. And so there we have it. We've looked at how to hoist our spinnaker, how to jibe our spinnaker, and how to drop our spinnaker. In the next video, we're going to look a little bit about the power control, so that as we're going downwind, how we can get our boat going quicker and how we can control that power as we generate it.